Hi, everybody. I got Helix right now. All right. Hey, Charlene. Thank you for coming back. So I'm doing the 2-phone thing right now. What are you doing? Charlene, thank you. Zach, thank you for the follow. We're back. I rebooted. His name is Helix. He is a juvenile Panther Chameleon. He's almost 10 months old. He'll be 10 months old in the 6th. So he is still growing, and he has still got some color. He's starting to shed, so I anticipate he's going to have a pretty decent growth spurt after he sheds here. If not, I'm going to be honestly very amazed at his size because his dad's a big boy. So thank you for the shares, Charlene. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all the likes and the shares. And if we can get to 10,000 likes on you, TikTok. I'm doing the 2 thing right now that I did last night, just for a little bit at least. How are you, y'all? If we can get to 10,000, I'm going to go ahead and give him another superworm, and then we'll get another mail out. But yeah, I had to reboot the router, and it was like really odd. So my cell phone was like, my main phone was not connecting to Wi-Fi. Everything else was, but not this. So I restarted my phone. How are you, Susan? Oh, we got pretty Helix out right now. Karen, thank you for all the shares. I'm also doing the whole, other right now. Kind of like filling that out. We got Helix. Helix is a juvenile Panther Chameleon. He's an ambilobi locale. His coloration is considered yellow body, red bar. Locale, yes, Charlene, yes. What's the caretaking like? So, Zach, they are sensitive to incorrect husbandry. I did not have any experience with reptiles prior to getting into chameleons. I still have my first chameleons. They're 5 years old. The hardest part, in my opinion, is getting the enclosure set up correctly. You are going to try and mimic Madagascar's environment, and that does sound intimidating, but once everything makes sense, like why you have to put things here, why you need to do that, like when it all starts to click, in my opinion, it just becomes easier. I would definitely recommend going to the chameleonacademy.com. Bill Strand is the scientist, and he runs it, and he's very awesome. He's who I got our yellow giant Parsons from, but his information's accurate. He's a scientist. He goes once a year still to Madagascar, so I'd recommend doing that. And of course, I love to help people learn about chameleons as well, but if you need to read to learn, like I need to read also. I can't just listen to somebody. That's a very good source of information for them. Because truly, me talking just specifically about the care on a live, I mean, unless I dedicated a live just to that. Thank you for coming back, everybody. Little man, thank you for the follow. Oh, look at him. He says, hi, you guys. Oh, and then y'all left. You're welcome. And that right there, Zach, that's just a topic I really can't get into at all. The platform does not like that topic. And my account, we can't do fun little dances around with like, oh, we're saying it, but we're not saying it. I can't. Like, I already have my gifting suspended for a week. Like, nah. Thank you for coming back, everybody. Helix says hello. I'm streaming to places just so it doesn't seem as confusing. Your wife is a chameleon? Huh. Alrighty. Cool. There's so many different ways. Yes, Alfonso, I would never feed my chameleon. Never feed your chameleon mealworms. Mealworms, the exoskeleton is very tough. It's hard. These guys have a hard time digesting mealworms. Superworms are softer than mealworms. But they can become impacted from not being able to digest the mealworms. So I would never recommend feeding mealworms to chameleons. But silkworms are very good for them. Silkworms are very good. They not only are they good at hydration, but they also have a lot of good nutritional benefits. Yes, so I have a good I got a silkworm plug for y'all. If you go to Silky Bites, and I have actually, can one of my mods pin my my discount code, just because I'm afraid of everything right now. I'm just scared. Thank you. And that's 20% off if you use that. I bet. I'm so sorry. Told you so. I'm so sorry. That's one of the reasons I would never recommend going to the big chain. A lot of times they're in such awful conditions when you go to big chain pet stores for chameleons. Like, they're not in, there's nothing correct about their husbandry at the big chain pet stores. And unfortunately, it's an uphill battle. They usually are going to have something. Unless you literally manage to get there the day it gets there. And even that case, more than likely they weren't having the best upbringing. You sent me likes. Wait, so wait. What do you mean, Kaden? I'm sorry. Adrian, thank you for the follow. Oh, Helix. If we can get to 10,000 likes, y'all, we're going to give him another super worm. Oh my gosh. He's trying to climb the phone. Where are you going to go, sir? Where are we going to go? Thoughts on turtles, El Juan? Yeah, I think turtles are pretty cool. They're cute. I just would never want one as a pet. People who have them, like, I mean, they have good setups. I think they're pretty awesome looking. It's just not my cup of tea per se, at least for now. I don't have the room for other reptiles that are not like chameleon. If that, because I have a lot. Like, I have a lot. You got a screenshot of the taps? Does it just show where we're at? Do I owe one now? And how are you, El Juan? Burn. So Trizzle, it is going to depend on each individual chameleon. When you get your chameleon, when you first get them, I would honestly not try to handle them for like the first 3 weeks. Every individual chameleon is going to have a different level of tolerance. Species are also important. Like, veiled chameleons, for the most part, are not ever, like, they're going to be punk heads for the most part. We've had occasional, I've run into we did leave a 20K, so, okay, so I needed another 10,000, is what you're saying. Because I know I fed 2 super worms. No. These are males. This is a male. But, so I have, like, this guy's very chill. Like, he might be kind of freaked out at first at a new home, but he's mine forever. I'm just a hypothetical situation. Like, if a chameleon like this guy, he might be a little freaked out. Then again, his dad, the first day I got him, his dad was like, hey, what's up? He just has never been overly, like, bothered by people. Now, there's some that will hate you forever. With panthers, I find that you'll minimum have one that eventually just will start to tolerate you and no longer fear you. I haven't, rather than some females, I have some females, like Sybil will probably always hate me. Wait, no, 27. So if we can get to 3... Man, if we do 3,000 though, and then we're gonna keep doing 10,000, so that's gonna be like 13,000. Okay, whatever. So, you guys, okay, so this is what we'll do. If we can get to the 3,000 likes, we'll give him another super worm, and then if we can get to 10,000 after that 3,000, we'll do another one, and then we're just gonna keep it at 10s to keep it simple for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because otherwise, that's just a bit much. El Juan, that's awesome. That's how it was. I got one, and then now I have 50. Now I have 51. Like, you can't just stick with one. It's like Pokemon, y'all. Helix is so awesome. Helix is 10 months old. I'm just rounding it up because he turns 10 months old on the 6th, so it's basically there. All right, we only have 300 likes more left on TikTok now, so we can get him a super worm. Hi, everybody. I got Helix. He is a juvenile panther chameleon. He's almost 10 months old, basically 10 months old. He's an ambilobi locale. Ambilobi is the region of Madagascar he'd be from. Locale, that's what it represents. And there's dozens and dozens and dozens of different locales. They all have their own unique colorations and markings. This one is, he's considered a yellow body red bar. So when he fires up, that green will turn beautiful yellow, and his red gets super, super bright. It's not hoarding, KT. It's these guys have large clutch. Like you'll have like 20-ish babies, sometimes more. Like I've had 25 babies I've raised in a clutch, and I individually raise them. Like check it out, yo. I'm not necessarily in the middle of, but yeah, like I individually raise my babies. So when you have two, a male and a female, fall in love, kind of, we'll just, and then they have babies, and then they're like, oh, I don't want to raise them because I have to raise their babies. Yeah, their clutch, it's not like it's just a couple kids, it's like over 20. So that accumulates fast. So when you hear the number I'm giving you, keep in mind, those are not all ones that I'm like keeping forever. Thank you for the likes. And famous. So here's the thing. Yes, we are, Kaden. They live for a year or two in the wild. They get taken out by predators left and right. They do not have the longest life expectancy compared to like other reptiles. Males are about 5 to 7 years of age, but this guy, there's nothing like he would not make it in the wild. This one would. I have a couple that would probably adjust okay because they're just so freaking spiteful and mean. Most of mine, they'll walk to danger. They've not, like I have one that's 12 generations of like selective breeding from a very high quality breeder. But they're not endangered, they're not threatened. So, and they're actually invasive in Florida. Ricky Whittaker, thank you for the follow. Isn't what live? 2 is being weird. Oh, hey Karen. Isn't what live? Just getting taken out by a bird unexpectedly? I hope that's not live. That'd suck, honestly. It would be freaking lousy. Mr. Mondays would make it. Okay, here are the ones that would probably, John Gotti, Boudreaux, because Boudreaux is very scared, right? So he hides. Redline, no, he would have been like, hey, what's up? And right away, because he's not. I've never seen him really freak out at anything. He doesn't have that